So who is Harmony Samuels?
Super producer, entrepreneur, multi-Grammy award-winning producer. Like, yeah, this guy really...
He's the blueprint, man.
The blueprint. He started the train, you know, he was really the guy that was working with some of the biggest, you know, Chris Brown, Ariana Grande. You know, he was in and out L.A. Reid's office, you know, on like just... It didn't make sense, but it made sense.
Yeah.
You know, it didn't make sense because it was like, how? He was just in Thamesmead.
Yeah.
Like, it felt like 2 years ago, and then now you're making some of the biggest records. You know. Like,
I remember when we watched Champion.
Yeah.
With Chip and Chris Brown, and seeing him in the video, like, that's your brother.
Yeah. How did you get there?
Like, how did this come together?
Yeah.
It's crazy.
Yeah. No, he's really been the inspiration. You know, one of the best sayings I've ever heard is, you know, in order to be great, you have to be under a great.
Yeah.
And he's definitely a great. You know, he set the bar, and not only did we have to get up to the bar, we had to jump over the bar. So, yeah, man.
He's the guy. Big boss.
Set it out. Set it out.
The big boss.
Yeah, really set out. 2011, it had been like 4 years since I'd spoken to him, because my parents at the time basically banned me from speaking to him because he decided to pursue music. And so they felt like he was a bad influence on whatever idea of music that I wanted to do. He was the reason, and it was a bad idea. And yeah, we hadn't spoken. No, I hadn't seen him. We'd speak, but I hadn't seen him. So I didn't even realize that he had kind of transitioned to LA anyway. And in 2011, he hits me and says, yo, for summer, you should come to LA. And I'm like, I don't know this place that you're talking about, bro. The only LA that I know is Fresh Prince of Bel-Air. He's like, no, like LA, like Los Angeles. He's like, come. I'm like, all right. Jump on a plane. And firstly, I was not dressed for that type of weather, bruv. Like, and them times that I remember, my mum used to always make me like dress kind of smart going to the airport. Cause it was like, she was just like, you know, you don't want them to stop you at the airport. So I just remember I wasn't dressed for that sort of weather. And then yeah, I got there and I was gobsmacked. I was just like, is this place real? Like real life San Andreas, GTA, like, is this place real? And yeah, it was a big exposure of something that I guess was in the fantasy, but it was a reality. It's just like, right, I thought this only existed in thing. So here is, we start going to this church called the One Church. It's like a renowned church in LA. And yeah, I was just kind of just watching him on stage, and then as time was going on, he was just like, I want you to play. And I was just like, what? I'm playing there. Just nervous, innit? Like, you know, this is like a church, everyone's sick, keyboard player, drummers, everything. So I just didn't think I was on that level, but he was like, you'll play second boards. And yeah, it was interesting because this was when this was the first time he had seen me as a teenager man, you know? When he left, or when I saw him last, I was a teenager. And at this point, I'm now in my 20s. So it was new for him to see me in this space, and it was new for me to see him in this space. So it was like learning each other again. You know what I mean? Just being older, basically.
I'm still in London at this point. I'm going ham in the studio in London, because I remember him calling me on Skype.
Yeah.
Like, yo, listen to this. And I'm like, yeah? Nah, what's going on in LA? Like, you guys are on a different energy, like, and I was inspired. So I was just, you know, just working and mastering the craft, because I knew I was gonna come to LA at one point, and I didn't wanna basically be behind on the train. I didn't wanna come there and be like, oh, this is what I've been doing. And you're like, that's cute, that's nice, you know? So I kinda like honed in like on the mixing and studying songs, but yeah. Everything he was telling me, he was just like, LA is different.
Yeah, it's different.
Like, LA is different. And I was like, I remember when I called you one time, I was just like, no, I heard that, but we're gonna do our thing.
Michael?
We're gonna do SOS, we're gonna,
Mikey?
You know? He was like, I heard that, but my brother?
He was like, bro.
I remember the first session when I met Harmony in LA, And Harmony was like, oh, yeah, play me what you guys have been working on, bro. Reading off 20 songs,
like 20
18
songs.
tunes. And I'm looking at him like, yeah, this is hard, yeah? He's like, it's cool. This guy played four. This guy played 4 songs, and I was like, I'm gonna delete this folder. We'll start again. And it was encouraging because it was just like, this is the bar. This is the standard. And yeah, even looking at this picture now of us at the beach.
Yeah, it became a thing, like us three.
Yeah.
The 3 musketeers, like it was us 3.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah. We were living life in this LA, man.
We were enjoying, bro.
Like again, it was just energy. Like we were known, as the London boys. So that was like, we're out in LA, the accent, we're here, we're enjoying, we're experiencing new life, the cars, everything. And we never strayed away from why we were there. That's one thing I'll definitely say, having each other was very, very important, because it was like, this is all great, but remember, we have to get the songs. Yeah. Remember, we got to build the name. We got to improve the Sonix. And when you have a mentor like Harmony, you can't get gassed. You can't get carried away. Yeah. I remember when he won the Grammy for Chris Brown's album, and we ran into the studio excited. Oh my days, hey, you gone. Da, da, da. It was just like, relax, calm down. This is cool. We'll celebrate it, but what's next? And we were confused because normally you get a Grammy, it's like you're here, you're established. He was just like, that's just one play in this whole vision. So it was very, very inspirational, to be like, okay, you've hit all of this level of success and you're still working hard. We cannot even lose that. Yeah. And looking at this picture, sitting on the car, what was that, the Jag? The
brand
Jag?
new F-Type.
F-Type. We were blessed, 100% blessed, but yeah, this time was amazing, man. I can't even front. And even meeting Michelle Williams, like. Yeah,
that was.
It's just like, you're Destiny's Child, like.
Yeah, that was.
It's just like,
how?
It was
it was surreal to just be like you are a Destiny Child, literally. And we're going to dinner with you. We're having conversation. We're in the studio with you. It felt too close. Like, how are we this close to this superstar? And I guess that was really the eye opener, that we're the guys, man. Like, we're not crap at what we do, because whatever we're good at has brought us to this point.
At what point did it switch and it went from, I can't believe we're here, to, we're here for a reason?
I think for me, it takes me back to that walk that we had in uni, when we spoke about this vision and spoke about like what we wanted to do, and to be in LA and to pull up to, remember that producer playoff that we went to?
At Warner, right?
At Warner, yeah. And there was a lot of producers, heavy hitters. There was like D-Mile, TB Hits. There was a few like Grammy winning producers, the big boys. And then it's like, oh, Sons of Sonix. And we're like, oh, okay.
We're here?
We're here.
Yeah.
And to play our music and to play the stuff that we were working on, and for them to be like, yo, you guys got that world sound. Like, where you guys from? And we're like, we're from London. That, for me, is when it was like, okay. You know what I'm saying? Like, to have your music alongside those peers and for it to be respected by labels and stuff, for me, I was just like, we're meant to be here. What about you?
I think we always knew that we was meant to be here. I think we had an innate nature that London wasn't going to be the only place.
100%.
Just based on the frustration from becoming SOS. Do you get what I mean? But I think it was what started making it more real was just the type of people that we started associating ourselves with, the type of people that we were in close contact to. Do you get what I'm trying to say? The type of places we ended up, people's houses we would be in, and we'd be like, how did we get here? Like being in the studio with Chris Brown, we're looking at each other like,
this is really happening.
I think for me, that's when it was like, oh, okay, man's not crap. Like, there's no way, you know what I mean? And I think subconsciously, I was just like, there's no one in London at this point who's coming to this place and is doing what we're doing, or is around these people in close proximity. Not on we just happened to be at, no. We were either invited or Harmony took us there. Do you get what I'm trying to say? So I think that was when it was like, oh, yeah, we're meant to be here. Like, our music has got us this far, enough to be around the heavy hitters, like the people that are running the game. So, yeah.
Feeling on your booty.
What session is this? This is Usher. When we were doing the Usher camp.
Was. Why am I eating food?
Oh, you can't put us in the room without a smash coming out, bro. Chris Stokes.
You're annoying. You're actually annoying.
It's wild. It just felt like right.
Yeah.
It just felt like this is where we're supposed to be. Like it felt like there wasn't any danger or anything, because obviously we've got Big Bro there, but in the studio, like, you know, there was no idea that was wrong. You know, you're expressing how you creatively should take an idea, and your brothers are trying to improve the idea.
Yeah.
And it's not done in a bad way. It's never suppressed or anything.
Yeah.
You know, and it was fun. Like, it was really, really fun. Like, we've had many moments with ourselves and with Harmony where it was just like, you look back, like, it's just like, wow, these little boys from Southeast London are in LA.
Yeah.
You know, you're in the studio with certain names. I remember this particular session, and then Usher walks in, and you're just like, there was a split second. I'm like, I used to watch you on Box TV in London.
These dance moves
and doing your dance moves, you know.
Now you're right in front
Now
of us.
you're right in front of me asking us for a record, like, you know. But yeah, this was an amazing part.
Good times.
Good times.
This is basically like just where the team was being built, you know, like-minded people. You know, whenever we, you know, read about the greats before us, or you know, the ones that were there before we came, you know, they always specified the idea of team.
100%.
And building with a community of people. And so at this point, you know, it was like the team was set. Everybody knew what they were doing. And we just had one goal. We just had one vision. And that was just to get hot and be the best in every capacity.
Yeah.
You know what I'm trying to say? Yeah. And it's mad because we hadn't really moved to LA yet. Yeah. So everything that we were seeing here, we were trying to replicate in London in some capacity. Like we was trying to create or build like our team in London, because, you know, I guess at that point we weren't like 100% sure that we were moving to LA. It was just like, okay, we're going to LA, you know, a couple months there, do the work, come back, you know, do work here and then go back, do you get what I mean? So, but yeah, this is where the team was really starting to find this face.
Yeah, and I think for me, I saw the infrastructure,
Yeah.
the importance of infrastructure, the importance of, okay, if I do my thing right, you can do your thing right, and we can conquer our goals together. Yeah.